think the absolute, unadulterated frankness of what I had to say. I'll just give you one example. Take Kennedy.
If there's anyone Mr. Carter fumes over in his diary, it's Ted Kennedy, his nemesis. Here's what he wrote when they clashed on health care. Kennedy, continuing his irresponsible and abusive attitude, immediately condemned our health plan. He couldn't get 5 votes for his plan. He drove you up the wall.
I don't know if I ever got up the wall.
But his comments on Kennedy are harsh, even now, after his death.
The fact is that we would have had comprehensive health care now had it not been for Ted Kennedy's deliberately blocking the legislation that I proposed in 1978 or 79.
And you blame Teddy for failure.
Exactly.
Health care, his issue.
Exactly. It was his fault. Ted Kennedy killed the bill.
Just to spite you? Is that that's the implication?
That's the implication. He did not want to see me have a major success in that realm of American life.
It still smarts that Kennedy ran against him in 1980. Back then, he poured his resentments into his diary in frustrated, snarky outbursts, the hard-working, born-again peanut farmer up against privileged Kennedy royalty. You write angrily, he's my age, but unsuccessful. He was kicked out of college. You know, you could have left that out of the book.
Well, I didn't try to conceal anything. I tried to put down exactly how I felt.
Well, you went at each other.
Well, you know, I felt like he went after me. I was the incumbent president. I didn't go after him. But he decided that he was going to replace me as a Democratic president.
When he turns to focus on himself, he admits his critics had a valid point when they accused him of micromanaging, and that he went too far with his no-frills, anti-imperial approach, as when he carried his own bags and wore cardigan sweaters in the White House. You may have depopped a little too much.
One of the most unpleasant things that surprised me was when I quit having Hail to the Chief played every time I entered a room. But there was an outcry of condemnation.
So he had to reverse himself.
This is our master bedroom.
This is the apartment he stays in at the Carter Center when he's in Atlanta. By the looks of it, he's a no-frills ex-president, too.
A Murphy bed. And this is it here.
No. Yeah, the former president of the United States.
And the First Lady.
And the First Lady sleep on a Murphy bed?
Absolutely. 35 acres here.
The President and Mrs. Carter spent time here with their children, 12 grandchildren, and 5 great-grandchildren. You are going to the Shanghai Laws Fair?